My students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah's peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you all. Welcome to a new reading lesson in Module 4 entitled The False Alarm. Today, we will go through the first part of this reading lesson, in addition to identifying some new vocab and discussing the cover page. Here we have three main learning objectives, which are to discuss the topic of Module 4 through visual prompts, consolidate 6 vocabulary words in context, and to read the text, The False Alarm, for test. Kindly open your student books, pages 47, 48, and 49, and your workbooks, page 52. Let's discuss the cover page of Module 4 entitled What Happened? What happened? Oh, what's wrong? Here I have some pictures. Can you please have a look at them? Has anything, this, or this ever happened to you? Maybe you were ill and didn't go on a school trip. You forgot to study for a test. You broke your mobile phone. You had an argument with your best friend. Which of these things do you think is the worst thing that could happen to you? And why? This one, in my opinion, is the worst one. Do you know why? When you forgot to study for your test, this means what? You will fail the exam, which will have bad effects on your future. So, in my opinion, this one is the worst thing to happen to you. Okay. In this module, you will learn to use the past progressive, narrate past events like accidents, adventures, rescues, mishaps, etc. Distinguish between the past simple and the past progressive. Describe your feelings. Form adjectives from nouns. Discuss bad news and respond to it expressing sympathy, and to write a story. Okay? Here, as you can see, we have a vocabulary activity. I think all of you know these words are stairs, to fill, head, broke, to break the arm, or for example, he broke his arm, he broke his leg, and wool. So you need to look at these pictures and complete these sentences with these words. Pause the video, do the activity, and then come listen and check your answers. Let's listen.
Module 4. What happened? 4A. 1. Vocabulary. Look at the pictures and complete the sentences with the words in the box. Then listen and check your answers. 1. Lisa slipped, fell down and hurt her knee. 2. Kevin fell down the stairs, sprained his wrist and broke his finger. 3. James crashed into a wall, hit his head and broke his ankle. 4. Brian fell off a ladder and hurt his arm and his back.
Okay, well done, my students. Let's move to one more activity in your workbooks, page 52. Here you need to look at these pictures and write what happened to these persons. Let me do the first one for you. Hurt. What happened here? He hurt his back. Okay, what about 2, 3, and 4? Pause the video. Do the activity and then come and check your answers. Well, number 2. Perfect. She broke her arm. 3. Excellent. He hit his knee. And finally, 4. She sprained her ankle. Thank you. One more practice. Also in your workbook. What do you think you are going to do here? Perfect. You need to complete these sentences using these words or phrases. As you know, pause the video, do the activity, and then come and check your answers. First, let us identify the meaning of this word, argument, which is a strong and sometimes angry disagreement in talking or discussing something. For example, I had an argument with my boss. Is that clear? Okay. Number 1. Jake had excellent an accident with his bike yesterday, but he's okay. 2. Alice had excellent an argument with her best friend and they aren't speaking to each other. Argument is not good in all times, in my opinion. 3. We were driving home in the rain and we almost wonderful crashed into a tree. 4. Sahar didn't come to school today. Why? She's excellent. She's ill. 5. We heard a fire alarm and then we saw smoke in the room. Finally, Rashid, excellent, slipped on some water, fell down and broke his arm. Thanks a lot, my students, and well done. Let's move to activity 2. Do you live in a house or a flat? Some people live in a house while others live in a flat. But what do you like about living there? Some people say that living in a house is better than living in a flat. They think that living in a house is safer than living in a flat. Why? They say that in case of emergency, for example, like fire, if there is a fire in a flat. You know that, like here we have a block of flats. In case they think so, there is a fire here. It may extend to here, here, and in all the block. But in the house, in case there is a fire in the house, the fire, according to what they think or what they say, will not extend to the other houses as they are a little bit far from each other. This is just an opinion, you know? On the other hand, some people think that living in a flat is better than living in a house. They say what? They say that living in a flat is lower in cost than living in a house. The flat is cheaper than the house, as they think. Furthermore, when you have something like emergency in your flat, you have many neighbors near to you that will come at once and help you, as they think. So these are different opinions concerning living in a house and living in a flat. Thank you. Let's move on. Can you please look at this picture? Here we have some people who live in the same block of flats. Can you guess what happened? Oh, there is a firefighter. Can you look at the hair of this lady? The face of this man? Oh, what happened? Oh, they may have fire in their flats. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Okay, let's move on and see later what happened. Can you please read this activity? Okay, what do you think you're going to do? You need to answer this question. Which sentence best summarizes the text? Which text? This one. Okay, so how can you answer this question? Perfect. Through reading this text. You will listen while reading.
2. Read. The false alarm.
What happened here? One at a time? I was painting my bedroom walls. Suddenly, I heard a scream. I fell off the ladder and a bucket of paint hit me on the head. Then the fire alarm went off. I see. Did you hear the scream?
No, I was sleeping. The fire alarm woke me up. A fire, I thought. I must get out fast. I opened my front door and a man crashed into me. He was running down the stairs.
Sorry, that was me. I was in a hurry. I was looking for my cat. You see, the fire alarm scared her and she jumped out of the window. Where are you, Kitty?
I'm so sorry, everybody.
Why? What were you doing? Were you running downstairs too?
No, I wasn't. I was ironing in the living room. The phone rang, so I went to my room to answer it. It was my best friend. 10 minutes later, I saw smoke in the living room and screamed.
So it was the iron.
Yeah. The fire alarm went off after that.
Claire?
But I've got some good news. Bobby's cat is in that tree.
Don't worry, I can get her down.
Okay, so which sentence best summarizes the text? Excellent. Follow safety rules when doing household chores. My students, now we've come to the last stage of our lesson, which is the closure. What have you learned today? Today, we've discussed the topic of Module 4 through visual prompts. We've consolidated 6 vocabulary words in context, and we've read the text, The False Alarm, for Jest. And that's the end of our lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot, my students, and good luck for you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.